What's going on, y'all? So in this video, I'm going to show you 3 exercises to get bigger delts. These are exercises that have been in my routine for years. They are not fancy, none of the stuff you see on Instagram, anything like that. These are just basic exercises that I feel like can get you some really good results with your shoulders. So let's get straight into it. The first exercise I'm going to show y'all is a lateral raise, right? So we're going to use some dumbbells. I got the 15s right here, and just got through working out, so I'm not going to be going using crazy weight or anything like that. But for these, you don't have to go heavy. Something I did with these when I first started is I went super heavy, and I feel like you can really mess up your shoulders. Anybody who's been on the channel for a while, you know I've had a lot of injuries, and a lot of that comes from just when I first started lifting incorrectly and using too much weight. So I'm real big on just execution and making sure I'm performing the exercise right. So with these, fairly lightweight, just some 15s. This is also something that, I'm going for high reps. So it's usually, I'd say anything above like 10 reps, especially for shoulders. I found I get the best results from doing high reps. And yeah, so let's get into it. So with these, you want to make sure that you got your body locked in. And I'm focusing on driving up with my elbows, right? So I want to kind of lead with my elbows right here. And you can see I'm controlling this weight, right? I'm not going stupid fast. I'm leading with the elbows, controlling the weight. As you can see on the way down, I'm controlling the weight, right? And something else is you don't see me going way up here. That's something else I feel like can kind of mess up your shoulders. So I'm just really trying to get about right here, right? This is perfect. That's all you need for that contraction. Go up, come down. You can see I'm not rocking, pin all the force on my shoulders, right? All right, so this is another angle so you can see straight on, just kind of how my body is positioned, how high I'm going, things like that. Right here, leading with the elbows. Really, I'm just kind of hooking with my hands, right? I'm really trying to put the emphasis on driving these elbows up, and that's how you can really feel it in that side delt. Control the weight. Control, contract. Make sure you're breathing too. So that's it for that exercise. Fairly simple. I would say the main cues with this is, like I said, you do not want to go crazy heavy on these. You just don't. You can really jack up your shoulders. Trust me, this is coming from somebody who has messed up my shoulders, right? And had to stop lifting for a long time because I'm using incorrect form. I'm using too much weight without proper execution. So, all right, guys. So next up, we're going to be doing a dumbbell shoulder press. This is just a basic movement that works. I see a lot of people that do this wrong. And once again, when you're dealing with the shoulders, you can really mess your shoulders up if you're not executing right. So I see a lot of people doing this wrong. And I've learned from just mistakes and injuries, but I'm going to be telling you some of my cues with this. Like I said, just a good exercise for just building bigger delts. So let's get straight into this. Like I said, I already worked out, so using a real lightweight. So the first thing with these is you'll see a lot of people really open up like this, and they'll go straight up, right? Elbows are straight out to the sides, come straight down, go straight up, right? So what you actually want to do to engage that shoulder better and protect your shoulders is come in a little bit. So you can see I went from this position to bring in my elbows in a little bit, and I'm staying tight right here. We're coming straight up. 1, 2, 3. And something else I'm doing, you can see I'm keeping constant tension on these shoulders, right? So going right up to just about full extension, right? Right here, coming down. And I'm not coming all the way down, I'm coming to about my ears. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, my shoulders are toast from that workout. But just by doing them like that and keeping your range of motion like that, it's gonna light up your shoulders. You're gonna feel a big difference versus if you go all the way to the top, kind of rest at that top, because you're not really keeping that, you know, that constant tension on the muscle. So I do more bodybuilding style, so that's something I'm really focusing on with my execution, right? So let me get y'all a different angle. So I'm gonna give y'all a side angle so you can see how I'm positioned from the side. All right, let's go. Get these up. So you can see how I'm bringing my elbows in, right? It's not straight out like that. Jack up your shoulders like that. Bring that elbow in a little bit. You don't have to do it a whole bunch, right? Lock that in, stay tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Trust me, if you do it that way and keep those cues in mind and do that type of range of motion, right? Not extending all the way up, but right just before you get full extension and keeping that constant tension, it's gonna blow up your shoulders. Great basic exercise right here. All right, for this last exercise, we're gonna do face pulls on the cable. So this is gonna be focusing on the rear delt, the back of the shoulder. As you can see, it's a small muscle. Once again, this is not something you wanna try to go crazy heavy on or anything like that. It's a small muscle. You just wanna make sure you're targeting that muscle, getting good contractions. Once again, high reps, and yeah. So you can see this attachment I'm using. I got this off Amazon. It's a really good attachment. I like it because I'm really not in a fixed position, but I could kind of move a little bit more freely. I just like how it feels. It has these handles. You could do a kind of further away grip, or you can go a little closer. I'll link it in the description if you want to check it out. Good position about right here. Kind of rolling those shoulders back, coming straight out. You should be able to see the rear delts contracting. Just pulling that to your face. Contract. Full extension, contract. Make sure you're squeezing those rear delts. And really slow the movement down so you can feel it. You'll see with mostly everything I do, I'm really slowing the movement down so I can focus on that muscle-mind connection and really connecting with that muscle so I can feel it better. It's gonna help my execution. Simple exercise, just something simple and effective. Hopefully this is a good angle right here. I'll go a little bit right there so y'all can see that rear delt. Pull. Pull. Should be feeling it in that rear delt. And of course, this is gonna hit the traps too, the upper back, which is fine because we're still targeting the rear delts and getting a good contraction there. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Those are 3 basic exercises to build your delts. Like I said, nothing fancy, but these movements work. And when you're doing stuff, you have to do it, you know, for long periods consistently to really get those results. You know, some people switch out the exercises too much. Focus on 3, 4 movements and focus on getting better execution, just better form, and getting a little bit stronger at those movements over time. That's what bodybuilding and really developing your body is about. You don't just want to be jumping around a lot with your exercises. Focus on a couple movements, get really good at them. Always focus on your execution, your form. That's what you should be doing with your exercises. But give these a try. Let me know what you think. Be sure to subscribe for more videos. Leave a comment if you have any questions. I'll see you on my next video.